the freaking with their class continues. 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 The freaking with their class continues.
Dispel.
Need to get closer.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dispel. Watch your step. Dispel.
I'm out of range. I can't cast that yet.
Watch your step. Dispel.
It's still recharging. That spell isn't staying yet. I can't cast that yet. I need to target something first.
Dispel.
Still recharging.
Watch your step. Dispel.
That spell isn't real yet. That's still recharging.
Watch your step.
Out of range. It is too far away.
Dispel.
I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
Watch your step. Dispel.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I need to get closer.
Dispel.
While still recharging.
Watch your step. Dispel.
Fire at will!
Dispel. 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 Watch your step. Watch your step. Dispel. Dispel. Watch your step. Watch your step. Dispel.
It's too
Dispel. 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 Watch your
At
step.
will.
You said no
Dispel.
ASAP, right?
Yeah, burn basically. I mean, you're able to start fall, just focus damage.
Watch your step.
It's too far away. That's still recharging.
Do we have time for that right now?
Yeah, we'll just clear your trash. If you need to.
What can I do for you? See?
Stop attacking.
I was just using that as an example of amount of time over there.
I think what he was trying to say is shut the hell up. Just kidding.
Yeah.
So like the Pharaohs could run over, probably do one cycle and run, but do not stay there long.
Yeah, we're gonna have Rogue DPS and Warrior DPS 100% focusing Vicious. They're not leaving him ever. Other melee DPS, Paladins, Druids, everyone else can go over and poke at Harad. The main thing is we need to keep them all. They need to die at the same time, but they have separate health bars, so don't nuke one person to the ground, preferably. Like I said, Vicious, he will do his cast. It's a 2-second cast. If it goes off, we wipe. It's just a raid killer. And besides that, he will just go invisible for, I think it's 15 seconds, and he'll garrote people, so he'll have bleed effects on people, just heal through it. Doan teleports around. He's fairly hard to tank in one spot. He's kind of just ports in circles. When he ports beside you, you need to get away from him, because he'll do a blast wave and it'll knock you around. It'll knock you into lava, it'll knock you into whirlwind. So when Doan teleports beside you, you need to reposition and get away from him. He's also going to summon flame tornadoes that'll circle the outer edge of the arena. We just need to dodge them. He'll fill the center bottom pit with lava at random. So when the lava's not there, we can be in the bottom. When it is there, we need to be on the outer edge.
Is there much of a warning when it fills?
I think so.
I do know, Toads, from watching a few VODs, like this little curb here, like if you're up on that, you barely get any damage from the fire whirlwind.
Yeah, there's a
All
couple
the way,
spots
like,
that people stand where they just don't hit you.
right on the wall.
And then
Take a little bit of damage.
Harad is going to be summoning hammers from the sky. It'll be a circle like we just saw. You need to get out of it, or like we just saw, you'll die. He's going to do whirlwind. You need to get out of whirlwind. And he summons these little golden stars that are kind of like the dragon, where they fall from the sky. It's like rain. You just need to get out of them before they hit the ground. That's really all the mechanics. We don't want to kill them sooner than the others because they put on like a raid-wide debuff when one of them dies, so the best bet is just to kill them all at the same time. But as for positioning, I'll tank Harad at the top of the stairs to start. We'll tank Vicious at the bottom right, the first set of stairs. It's kind of like a circle staircase, I think. And then Doan will just be wherever he is.
Can you click on the mini-map where Vicious is going to be?
I can't, because I don't know what this room looks like at the moment from where we are.
Okay, so, Toads, we are underneath the stairs. Underneath the center of the stairs to our right and to our left. So
okay, so we have Harad up here.
You're going opposite side?
Yeah, like, I'll run all the way up to the very top of the stairs and tank him up there.
Yeah, the stairs are above us.
Yeah, that's what I mean, but they loop around and, like, the top of the room is here, right?
Correct.
Like, the highest peak of the room.
You're right, Toast.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I did not realize there was a second.
You'll have Vicious at the top of the stairs.
I'll melee won't be able to hit if we position like that, ever.
Why?
Because we would have to run around the entire room to do it.
I was under the impression that Harad was mostly just a range target.
The guide I watched says that melee should split DPS between the two, but that raid had significantly more ranged as well, so I don't know.
Yeah, we have 23 people is the bad part. I know a lot of people are doing this with like 30 plus just to split it up. I mean, we can try keeping Vicious and Harad a little bit closer too. There's no reason they can't be. It's just for the whirlwind and everything. But
the positioning I saw was directly above us as Vicious, and you tank Herod just a little bit off to the side.
I mean, yeah, we
And
can
then
do that.
Dome
It's
goes
just
where
when
Dome goes.
Doan shows up, we need to get away from him. Is the main thing.
Yeah, for
This
Herod,
is blast wave. Will kill
just
people.
the other side, like mirror your positioning.
So Echo are just saying. So the 3 mobs I have marked, Skull, X, and Triangle, are you saying essentially like the VOD I watched where
Alright, so I'll keep Harad, I guess, where we're facing up this way here. And you'll keep Vicious just behind that on the other side of the stairs. Melee, kind of hit both at your discretion. Stay out of Harad if he's whirlwinding, or if there's hammers falling down. Just be ready to dodge a lot of ground effects.
Yep, and the outer edge of the middle ring is the safe thing, by the way. Like up against where the banners are at, underneath the statues. Gotta really, really hug the wall, though.
Is it the outer edge? I thought it was the inner edge.
My understanding is the inner edge as well.
Okay, so the videos I saw, they were all stepping out. Where the mob currently is, too, at the top of these stairs, that is definitely a safe spot as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because Whirlwind goes basically on it goes the fire goes on the outer ring, but if like a healer's out a little bit further or something like that, they can go against the edge. It'll hurt a little bit, but they can.
Yeah. My understanding is you're only going against the edge if Dome's near you, because if you get knocked in the middle, you die.
Yep. Yeah, if Doan's near you, everyone needs to move away from him. That's the number one prio. Well, I guess kicking, but
Give me a sec,
when
redoing
Doan shows up, you need to get away from him.
It'll take a few pulls before we get the positioning done. So.
We absolutely weren't paying attention, so let's find out
Sorry.
how badly this
Give me a
goes.
sec. I had to rebuff, so give me a sec. Once I have man, I'm good.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Take the fun tickles.
Apparently, we need to know how to kill the mob.
They Everyone else might be to all of this.
Yep.
My latency is huge.
So, do these come back?
I don't know.
No.
I sure hope not. Were we supposed to get the whole room like this?
Yes.
I mean, now
Because
the
this
thing's
seems
died,
trolling
which
out.
means... No, the thing's died, which means that the DPS just started DPSing before anyone had died.
Yeah, I mean, 100 mobs ran in, and I was doing the best to AoE them, but,
That's what I'm saying, it's just
angle.
one of those things where maybe don't DPS until...
you can't
Well,
really
there's a
DPS
reason
not to
to this time
DPS.
divines here.
Further, I casted Rain of Fire.
Which is a giant AoE that hits every single
only hit
Brother, when it casted speed.
Brother, I did like no damage.
She died.
Immediately, yeah.
He did more than the tank.
Not
did,
immediate.
Fine.
Video casted worst idea instant death.
No, that was Nyria. Nyria did that. They did
Yeah,
mines here.
Are you saying take him out of the room?
I unabashedly know.
Alright guys,
They're not
guys,
going on.
the mobs are about to die, let's find out what's about to happen here.
Only the cool
Ox is already up, by the way.
Target.
Oh good,
Yeah.
good.
We're good to get reses.
Oh shoot,
Red
there you
cycle.
go.
Bold! Very bold, Rin!
I didn't mean to.
Alright, so Doan will be here where Star is. Not Doan, sorry. Harad will be here where Star is.
Wait, somebody else res me. I don't want to be down here with the rain.
I think we should just...
Yeah,
I think you two
Kaboomy.
are stuck until we do the poll. I would not move from there until you do it.
Summon me up.
Rogues, warriors, and new one of you here. Kick Vicious. You have to kick Vicious. If a single one goes through, we just die. That's it.
You hear that, Rio? You gotta use Curse of Tongues for one.
Positioning for Herod is right here.
It's not a spell.
It's just right behind where you are.
So we are doing Outer Edge.
So
You do, because you don't give
you
a
can
fuck about
take
any of
them.
the mechanics.
Yeah, you can just tank them here. You can eat the fire tornado, and then there's gonna be fire patches that you have to move around, so you don't want to be too close. But you can just kind of chill here. You just tank the tornadoes.
I think he cleaves, so try and get him into the wall. Yeah, we just fight Vicious right here at the top, because this right here is a safe spot from all mechanics, this little mini spot for the melee, and then range spread out around the entire circle to bait down. So only a few of you have to move at once. Healers as well, spread out.
But if Doan teleports on top of us, we have to run like... Basically, you want to run towards this outer wall first, so if he instantly does a knockback, it's not into the middle of the room and possibly the lava.
Yeah. Where
So
we
if
go where
suddenly
Totes is
triangle
right now.
shows up,
If,
it's, oh shit!
Yeah, if Doan ports on melee, we go to where Totes is right now. And then we just try and dodge the tornado by... If there's no lava, we just jump down for tornado and then jump back up as melee. And obviously, once Doan leaves, we go back to the good position. It's also a good time to go hit Herod if Doan teleports on us as melee. But the kickers need to stay on Vicious no matter what. Frail Druids can multi-dot the both of them. That's huge, giga huge with your rake sets. This is infinite DPS check, so we have to do the mechanics, but we also have to fucking pump the shit out of these bosses or we won't even be close.
Yeah, this is a massive DPS check.
What? How many stacks do we taunt at? Is it 2 stacks?
Try to. I don't know how many stacks. The guide
What's
that
the
I watched
tank
was
swap?
unspecific about it. I don't know.
I
Just
don't.
Sordako said swap. Sordako said either eat it or have a third tank it. I think
Yeah,
it's
I've never
the
seen anything about a
red
tank
debuff.
swap on my.
It looks
I
like
was
rip.
watching.
It looks like. I'll send a screenshot real quick. Into strategy. That debuff, he appears to have 3. I think that does 350 damage per stack when it applies per second. So you
Okay.
swap. It looks
so
like they're
it's
swapping
basically
at
a
3.
bleed. Looks like a bleed of some kind, maybe an armor
Yep.
debuff.
Yep, just try
All
swapping.
right, swap at 3 then.
Vicious tanks too. Remember, you can just stand on the outside and you don't care about the tornado. So just stand out here so we have the back as melee. There's a soak too, Totes, that I think that you're supposed to solo soak with a cooldown, but we'll see it.
I'll pull X with Exo, by the way, and I'll start with it, Callus.
Right. Just scream in pain when you mute out.
Down. Gotta move Vicious. Circles. Tornado. Down left. Reposition.
Watch your feet.
I'm down.
Ward's got 1 debuff.
Yeah, we have Field Secrets went out. Field Secrets got. We didn't kick it.
All right, so the thing that I say we need to kick.
Yeah.
And we did also kind of get trolled that Dome dropped on us literally first teleport.
I mean, that's just something that we have to watch for.
Yeah, since we're here, he's going to teleport to us, so he's just going to kind of always be around.
So that was my bad. I kicked early. It was on cooldown. I should have said something.
Okay, so it looks like I need to go wall and then scoot around the edge, so there's room behind him on the edge too. Does that sound right?
No. We just move back into the safe spot when we have to. Or like the tornado doesn't do that much damage. We can honestly just heal through it if bad shit happens. Like the damage.
What I mean is, while Dome is
wasn't
still
insane.
there, right?
Yeah, while he's still there, you just take him over to mirror the Herod spot, and then melee have to play the game at that time. Like we.
Okay, so I just have to
when
get
you
further
really
out
safe.
there. I didn't move him far enough though, right?
Oh no, that's fine. The death
sorry.
was the peeled secret. Yeah, the death's were the peeled
Yeah,
secret.
it just felt like I
wasn't-
didn't do enough or something for some reason.
The initial move was slow when done ported over. That was the only concern I have with you.
Yeah, we were like 92, 93% on that mob before I even got the first bleed, by the way.
Yeah, there's a
Field
5-minute timer, and they all have independent health.
Peeled secrets is the kick.
Like the timer's just really short is the problem.
Yep. Do we
Once
have
we
range
similar, the kick will
split
be
up
easier. We
between
can use
Herod
comms for
and
it.
the other, or no?
No, range should be multi-dotting everything or just hitting Doan. Doan is range target, but anyone who has multi-dots, your DPS should be off of the fucking planet on this fight. Yeah. Why do we have? Oh, people are already upstairs. Can we get over there without resetting the boss?
Yeah, you can jump up here.
Okay. My understanding is we had to reset the boss to do it.
People were resing up here, and I guess you guys walked in, so.
There is a feast just at the top of the stairs. Come eat it if you need to eat it.
Guys, if you're downstairs, you can come in. Just jump up the stairs. Don't go all the way to the edge and turn around. And if you aggro, just run out of the room. That'll reset it. Melee starting on Herod is a good idea with cooldowns, probably. And then switch back to Vicious, except for the Warriors and Rooks. That's probably best. Just send your first full set of cooldowns on Herod, and then once your cooldowns are over, switch to Vicious. That should be about the timing of the first whirlwind. It seemed like 20 seconds in. The fight mechanically isn't super difficult once we see it like twice.
I didn't realize that there was those fire circles that constantly dodge.
The ones on the ground, yeah, you have to move out of it a little bit. But as a tank, you should just be able to left right in. And in reality, as a tank, if you just have a cooldown, you can just pop it and live it. All of our externals are going to end up having to be on totes once we see it. We just have to see the mechanics go on him. He'll need his personals for the avatar. But I think we put a bark skin on him and he can do the soak. I just don't know what the soak looks like. When we do the pull, if you don't mind, I'd like to test how far we can have range pre-spread, because if we can pre-assign positions for healers, it's really giga good. I don't know how far behind him we can get without pulling, so just once we're ready, I can tick with it.
Actually, gonna put skull on Doan so it's blatantly in my face, like that's that spot.
So range can be like up the stairs, right?
Yeah,
like they don't need to be with us at Vicious and stuff, because ranged we're getting hit by Whirlwind and stuff.
So yeah, this spot right here that I'm jumping on, this line for ranged, if Doan is not near you, this should be safe from fire tornadoes all the way around. If Doan is near you and he's casting Fire Nova, you just run to the wall, eat the Fire Nova, and then move away. Like the tornado isn't what's going to kill anybody. If our healers
I'm not
are
even talking tornado. Like I saw people die to Whirlwind.
Yeah, no, you should be nowhere near Herod. No one should ever be anywhere close to Herod. Herod, Star is death zone. Do not be there. Type shit. It looks like we can go all the way around. It looks like range can just pre-position all the way around. So if you want to assign healers and then have range spread around them, you can do that, or just say everyone spread.
I think everyone spread is a safe option. Just
range, you're good. You're good to go all the way. So definitely no range should be anywhere near where the melee are stacking. That should
all the people that are standing beside totes need to not be anywhere near totes.
Melee are starting on Herod, so melee can be.
No, you're fine, but I have priests and stuff standing on me, and they're just gonna explode.
Yeah, and then as soon as we pull the fight, you guys just get up on the. Oh, you can already get up on the middle thing. It looks like yeah, so you can just be on your line in your position, ready to go. And then you. Oh, he pulled. There it is.
All right, we got everyone.
We found out the pull. You gotta spread them. Totes has it. Melee can send cooldowns on Herod. Blades of Light is in 10.
Ward's got 1.
Blades of Light melee off Herod. After Whirlwind melee, you can go back to Herod.
We have 3 healers down. No, we have 2 healers down.
There are dispels on this fight. I don't know
Ward's
what
got 2. Ooh, that's ticking pretty
hard.
hard.
Imbue Assault is very important, yes. New blades. Blades coming out right now. Fish is vanishing.
I'm on cooldown. I kicked on the wrong thing.
Warriors pick it up. Heal up these carrots.
Okay, so we have to taunt when he comes back out.
Yep, threat reset. Field, kick, good. Doan's on melee.
Watch your feet.
Blades. Melee be towards the center. Just don't get knocked in. Melee where I'm standing right now is the safe spot.
High your debuffs.
Doan's out.
I'm back
Take him
at 0.
Watch your feet. That's still recharging.
Take Vicious back. Blades of Light in 5.
Take the.
Yeah, I gotta do is say taunt, bro.
Yeah, sorry.
Tanks reset position. Go back to the safe spot.
Watch your feet.
Melee, you can hit Hera during this. It's good to hit him. Blaze of Light is in 15. Healers big heals on people who have Garrotes. You can bop them to save people. You can bop off Garrotes.
Let's see.
Blades, melee out. Peeled one of. Okay. What is Doan at? Did anyone see Doan's percent?
Nope. I saw rogue dude at like 76% and looked like Aird was like 93 still.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a
Aird
roll where I'm gonna say no range DPS and healers over near her road at all because I have to move him because there's the little red circles that come out, and every time I move him, he's just cleaving people.
Are we like 100% positive Doan doesn't get a tank?
Yes.
Yeah, he fireballs random people. You can kick them, but they supposedly don't do a lot of damage.
Well, it's not really random because I've been holding his aggro pretty consistently. And he's been fireballing me.
Did take several fireballs in a row. I mean,
How are you?
3k damage per second. Do we just have heavy put on the thing and tank him?
But
Yeah,
a cathedral,
put
by
on
the way,
all-
everybody.
It's actually only 1k damage per second. 1k damage per second. We have him put on Righteous Fury, and then he just tanks him the whole time. Healers know to heal him. That seems best to me. Because
I think if Notorious can even keep it, because you ideally don't want any spell pushback, especially on a healer. But I mean, it's not doing much damage. Notorious can keep it, then it's probably ideal.
He's not gonna have a threat modifier, so I don't know if he's gonna be able to.
I mean,
I mean,
he
I guess
had it
he could
before.
level up.
You're
Like,
talking
the
about
last half
Doan.
of the
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah, I had it on Doan pretty much. Yeah, that whole fight.
Okay, then yeah, just do a distracting early so that the healers don't get initial aggro, and then yeah, because it looks like you took it after Dark died.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, that should be fine then.
Anyone? I don't know if it's completely raid wide. I think it is, but watch out for Harad when he puts his little yellow circles on the ground. You need to get out of it, or a giant hammer will fall and crush you. It was fairly early on, but there was 2 healers on the edge, and they got double killed by a hammer.
I'm looking through to find out what the soak is, Totes. Give me just 1 second. Radiant Divide. It's a frontal. Okay. Yeah, so Radiant Divide is a soak frontal. Just face it into the wall, and then we should. I don't know how often was that coming out, Totes? Were you having
Fairly
any
often.
issues surviving it?
It puts a healing debuff on me, and I had the healing debuff almost constantly.
Okay, but you were alive the whole time, so that shouldn't be an issue, right? Did you see an avatar?
No, I don't think so.
You never saw an avatar? Okay, so then
That's
yeah,
hard
you
to
can just
know.
hold your cooldowns for avatar. He gets pretty big in red. I think you would notice.
He did 2 of them. He did one right towards the end, and one was like 30 seconds in.
Okay, so we should just probably rotate Barkskin on that. Yeah. What do we have? 2? Oh, it's just Luthien and Crab.
We have 4, but yeah.
Yeah, the biggest problem I had tanking Harad was just keeping him away from the ranged and casters that were like, because you see all these bodies underneath Star here.
Yeah, can't be there.
Yeah, I'm tanking him right here, and he's doing his whirlwind, and he's doing his radiant divide, and he puts all those red circles, so I have to move him slightly to the left to not die, and then the healer's getting cleaved.
and reach across if they need to.
Because all those corpses that are on the stairs and just before the stairs were from Herod's AoE attacks, not from like the peeled secrets at the end of the game.
Nyria, if you stand on the inner circle, if you see Echo or Echo's jumping this ground effect, then you only take 1 tick if it comes through. Or
You can
0.
also just walk through it.
Yeah,
Obviously
it
not
does,
ideal
it
as
does
range
2k
to stop
damage.
casting and walk through it, but you can just walk through it and you won't get hit by it.
It does 2k damage. The Fire NATO is like the lowest priority for dodging. Dodge ground circles and do damage. That's pretty much your job as a range DPS.
We have a feast out if anyone needs it.
But yeah, if you stand on the inside, then you should be in range of Doan no matter where he is in the room, and you should only ever take 1 tick of the Fire NATO when it comes through. Yeah, definitely don't walk with it. That's like giga downtime, bad time.
Feast on Star if anyone needs a feast.
And yeah, remember, if you are a multi-daughter, so Shadow Priests, Boomkins, and Warlocks, you guys should be giga topping these meters on this fight. This is your time to shine. I believe in y'all. And Melee, try and get some more uptime on Herod. I know we had a bad pull there. Alright, so we can pre-spread it, but just don't go to the middle thing until we do the pull timer. So that we don't have the early pull again. Dark Elf, after Vanish, can you be watching for the kick? Because he can be very far away from melee. Oh, I didn't do buffs. I'm trolling.
This would be a great fight for Stagger Pistol.
If only.
I think it's kind of bullshit. Herod has his shoulder armor and his helmet. I took both of those things from him at level 35.
True.
I think it's bullshit that he doesn't have his axe. Threw in my immersion.
That's because we have his axe.
His new axe, though.
He upgraded to a sword. Swords are cooler.
He's got the boulder.
3, 2, 1.
Yep.
Probably did not need to pull him here to start, huh?
What?
I'm gonna go ahead and just slowly drift over to the safe spot so that we can. Oh,
Don't.
never mind.
Blade soon.
He fucking teleported into the wall in LOS.
Jesus Christ, everything's dropping on me.
Done's out. Reset Vicious.
Yeah, literally everything dropped on melee all at once.
Blades soon. Blades.
What's your stacks at? 1?
Yeah, still 1.
Watch your feet.
Hit her up.
Got 2 now. Go ahead and take it.
Blades in 15. Done is on Herod. Probably have to reposition Herod.
Vicious is vanishing. You're going up. Never mind, he changed his mind.
Oh, Callus is down. Okay.
Coach is down.
Ward's down.
Yeah, all the healers were dead.
Okay, DBM info has Herod at 93, Vicious at 85, Doan at 82.
Yeah, our damage on Doan is good. Most Christopher and Rio died very, very quickly, so I think that
Yeah, they were in front of the front
damage.
Enclave.
Yeah. So that spot's banned. There was nobody at the top of the room. Like, why are we just having nobody at the top of the room? Like, get up there. Be the
Echo,
kings
you
of the
also
world.
ate a front Enclave off the rip.
I ate melees off the rip because I pulled aggro on the rip because I'm trolling.
I don't think they can really reach from the top of the stairs in the back of the room. You kind of have to be a little closer, especially if we're all playing against the back walls over here.
Not all of them. I know like Shadow Priests have a gimped range. Warlocks might be able to.
Warlocks
to
should be able
mages.
to reach. It should only be Shadow Priests that have to have prior spots near the front. I mean, we can hard assign all the position, but I mean, is somebody who was playing up near the top crowd? You were playing pretty near the top. Yeah, it's probably a good idea, crowd. It's just doing big AoE is the giga thing. One thing I did saw crowd, so when you're DPSing Doan, if he comes to your spot, you have to move away first. You saw why. But two, if you're ever going to get hit by that Fire Nova, you have to just move to the wall. So if he comes to your spot as a range, you move to the wall and then just run away and then keep DPSing. Yeah, he shot you into the lava, which is the giga worst case. Yeah, I think we're light enough on range that we can probably keep Totes' area for sure. That little slice there completely clean. Shouldn't have to have anyone.
Yeah, I need a little bit of space because I don't know how long that radiant divide is, but it hits a world behind me. And if I move the boss even slightly over, people are just getting hit with it every single fight.
Once we're alive, we'll start getting good prog on it.
I'm gonna put pot
Everyone's
down.
seeing some stuff. Are the healers still seem bored? Like, healers, tell me if I'm wrong. Are you guys still bored?
Pot's down.
The numbers don't seem like fucking boss 1 or boss 2 numbers. So. Dispels are good. Yes. Dispels are very good. Especially the fire one, but the slow one is also a pain in the ass.
Repair at square.
Yeah, try and give the priority spots over here by where the melee are to the Shadow Priest if we can. Like these 3 spots and 1 healer here. And then just otherwise just healers spread out around the room so that no 2 of you are ever moving at the same time away from Doan. And Shadow Priest, don't be afraid to move if you have to multi-dot. Like, there's no requirement to spreading out, besides we're trying to increase uptime when you move away from Doan. That's the only reason we're spreading. As ranged. Alright, are we good? Are we pre-spread? We got one person up at the top. It looks like that whole line between Tigo and Dark Elf is open, ranged. You guys want to spread out over there? I'm worried about the Shadow Priest hitting Herod there, but we'll see. You guys can figure out your positioning as needed.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, melee open on Herod.
I can't cast that yet.
Stone's right here. You can come towards the melee totes.
Board shifting a little bit too.
We should be fine. Blades of Light in 10. You can switch back on Vicious once your cooldowns are done. Watch Fireground. Watch feet, watch feet. Vanish. Don't should leave soon. Blades. Watch for this kick after Vanish. It's going to do it right after. There it is. Good. Melee, we can hit Herod for a while. 10 seconds on Blades. Melee off Herod. Dodge circles. Blades. After this Blades melee, we can go back for a little bit.
That's still recharging.
No? Done's there. Never mind. Stay ambitious. Done's being a cook.
Board's got 2 taunt.
I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't
Done on melee. Blades of Light in
Watch
2.
your
Blades of
feet.
Light could be any second.
Still recharging. It's still recharging.
Blades of Light.
Watch your feet.
Cast that yet.
A little bit further away if you can, Callus, from Done.
Watch your feet.
Melee, me and Telmaris are in the safe spot. You can be right up against that lava and not take any damage from the tornadoes. Reset position. And hit Herod for a bit. Good, so you can come a little bit towards melee spot with Herod. You ready for kick on Vicious? There it is. Good.
Board's got Vicious.
Melee, we can hit Herod for a second.
I can't cast that yet. It's not ready.
So try and stay in that safe spot, melee, if you're hitting Herod. Right against the center.
Good one out.
We get a Dispo.
Blades. Codes after that, Blades, you can reset to your normal position. Don't
Nah, we're dead. Healed out.
Oh, peeled one up. Okay. That was really fucking good. For the first, like, minute and a half of that fight, that was awesome. That was really fucking good.
Here's at 89, Doan's at 65, Vicious at 64.
Yeah, we're still behind the Berserk by quite a bit, but our damage is getting way better. Significantly better.
Yeah, we're at least halfway to the Berserk.
Yeah, my timer said...
We had 2 minutes until the Berserk went out, but I mean, when everyone was still alive, we had like 2.5 minutes left.
Yeah,
so we need all of them at 50% by 2.5 minutes. And we had done 85% to the 3 of them total.
Yeah, we were at 60, 60, 83.
So at that rate, we could probably have 2 of them dead when Berserk goes out, but we'll still have an entire full health bar left.
Yeah. We're getting some optimization for sure.
Yeah, I mean, learning the fight, getting positioning, it's all important.
I don't know if we kill with 23, but there's honestly a possibility. We're not as far off as I thought we'd be. So I'm honestly hopeful. It's possible tonight. Theoretically. We just have a lot of optimization to do with damage. Shadow Priest, how did that feel being over there? Could you guys hit Herod consistently or no? Just with your dots. Like, it doesn't even matter with the Mind Blast and stuff, because you should be Mind Blasting the Dome when you can. Any of you guys have insight? Shadow Priest?
I assume the range is fine. Like we can spread dots if we want, but I personally wasn't.
So Nyria, that was my initial thought going into this, was that we Zerg Doan just so the middle can be filled with fire. But I've heard that when he dies, he puts a constant ticking fire damage on everybody.
Lost build, run out of the room.
I didn't read anything on that one. If it's anything like Vicious's, then it's like 100 damage a second on everyone.
Yeah, that's kind of what it looked like. It was fire damage to everybody, whereas Vicious is like shadow. But
it was stacking was the problem.
No. Like the if we kill Doan first.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If when you kill Doan, you get a stacking fire debuff that ramps up over time.
Honestly, that still might be less damage overall than him just casting fire bolts and his blast waves. Because even at that rate, that's 2,500 a second, and his fire bolts are hitting for like 3.9k every cast, plus his blast waves, plus the tornadoes.
This tornado, yeah.
He doesn't do the tornado. The tornadoes are part of Blades of Light.
The fire tornadoes are part of Blades of Light?
Yeah, they spawn every time he does Blades of Light. The problem with focusing Doan is melee can never hit Doan, right? Because of the blast wave. That's the big issue with doing Doan ever. That's why
I figured you could just position like facing so it'd knock you back into the wall or something. Similar to like hidden, I guess.
Then you're taking damage from the dropping circles, you're taking damage from the fire circles, like the tornadoes.
Yeah, it's kind of a mess.
Deadly. Giga deadly.
I don't know if it was covered, but I saw them standing together the whole time. But anytime any of them are close to each other, they get like huge buffs.
They can get a buff, yeah.
So I saw Herod was getting 50% attack speed from Vicious. I couldn't see what Vicious was getting.
The it's just so you don't stack them and cleave them. I think the range is pretty forgiving. That's why I was asking Toots to come a little bit closer to melee for the blades. One down, one over there, but. In theory, we can just do a full swap where we have Herod come closer to the center, and then we take Vicious to the safe spot for Doan coming to the center. But I think that's probably too much movement. I think we just have to, like, melee kind of have to use brains, hit Herod when you can, and then hit Vicious when you can. If you're not a rogue or warrior, I think that's the play. Because Herod was obviously, like, the highest by a lot, so we need to put damage into Herod.
Supply Boomkin.
Boomkins are nuts on this fight. Yeah, the candle and the fucking weapon rack do LOS, which is great. Fantastic mechanic, Blizzard. But like I said, I don't think we're that far off. It's literally just, we have a lot of optimization that can still go into damage, so. Just focus on living and then focus on optimizing your damage and getting it as good as you can.
Is there already a feast somewhere?
No, but there will be. Oh, thank you.
Where did I hear yes? Sorry.
There's a lobster just at the top of the stairs there.
Echo, did it feel like Vishez was much better controlled positioning-wise at pole?
Yeah. The whole positioning kind of got fucked when Doan went on to Toads. That's where shit kind of hit the fan.
He really stood on me for a long time.
He does seem to stay there for quite a while.
Yeah, I tried to shift a little bit to give him a little bit of room to come towards us, but I don't know. I don't know what the solution there is other than just hope for the best.
We would have to do like a multi-movement where we move both stocks. Where we move like, if he goes on to Totes, then we move Totes to here, and then we move Vicious over here. But that seems like cancer for now, and not something that we need to worry about right now.
Got it. So
I think we just need to have the melee use their brains for a little bit.
So it's just moving it a little bit further than I did the first time. Okay, got it.
Yeah, just a slight bit. In melee, I see people standing here DPSing Vicious in the bad spot. Like, don't do that. You should be towards the center of the room and trying to be on the safe spot, the range safe spot the whole time. Even, like, if you're wherever over here on the right side, you should just be right here on the brick, on the line brick towards the center.
I will say it's awesome Echo, but occasionally we got kicked into the wall.
Yeah, we were too close to Doan for the first Nova after the pull.
True.
We want to not have that happen, so that's just a whole different problem. I say we send it, make this boss its bitch.
Alright, nice wide pull timer. Let's get some better damage on this guy. Oh, never mind, we're going now.
You can come a little bit further out. So it's... should be good there. I don't think either of them have a buff. Blades of Light in 5. Blades of Light, now the switch. Touch circles. Now we're gonna hit Herald again.
That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging.
Blades of Light in 5.
I cannot use that.
Blades of Light. Touch fire circles. Vanish.
Also worth noting, I'm not seeing any fire tornadoes.
Yeah, the tornadoes are definitely tied to Doan. They're under his damage on the logs.
Oh, okay. I believe you. Could be a spell queuing issue. Doan's on Herald. Stay away from Herald. Melee, we're just ignoring Herald for right now with the current strat.
Sorry, Heavy.
Good rest heavy for prop.
Watch your feet.
Doan's gone. Melee, we can hit Herald again, but the blades are in 5.
Watch your
circles. Blades are ending soon. Blades are over.
Board's at 2 now.
Not really, you're dead if you're there. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I was juking it as soon as I saw the cleave.
That's still recharging.
Blades in 2. Blades. You can reset Vicious back to a good spot.
We come back to the top of the stairs over here.
Yep.
Watch your feet.
Blades is over, and we can hit for a few seconds. Blade soon. Watch lava.
Watch your feet.
Blades is over. Okay, everybody's dead. Oh, Peeled Secrets went out. Okay.
Herod 82, and then it was 76 and 59, I think.
I think Peeled Secrets has been the thing that killed us every time, right?
That is
this
the
time
big
around
one.
is just because there were so many people who died to blades.
That is very true. There was a lot of people dead at that point.
Because we just got bombarded as melee. And the last one that we did miss, not this last one that killed us, but as everyone was dying anyway, but the one before I missed by a second from cooldown.
Well, why didn't you put your delayed kick on him so that when you died it's still enough, huh?
Is that like RNG shit, or is that like something we can manage?
What?
The dropping of the anvils. Is that based off thread? Is that based off anything?
Mean the bright circles or the red circles?
It's based off your immediate location.
The gold circles with the anvil, because it's like I couldn't even see it.
No,
then...
the gold circles are bugged. They're just dropping immediately.
Fuck. All right.
Melee needs to be light spread. It seems that's the best I can do with that.
The most important thing on top of that is like I got bombarded because I was just moving left to right trying to figure out how to stay out of it while also doing DPS. Is just pay more attention to the ground than actually where the boss is, outside of like unless secrets are going out. Because at that point, if you're going stuff, you're gonna die anyway.
Really focused on secrets, and you're like, shit, I got my kickoff and then died.
If you have DPM, it should be yelling at you. Secrets is going out.
It does.
So that's what it should be.
No one instance of damage in this fight is going to kill you, besides the cleave. That is the only thing that can one-shot you. Everything else, as long as you don't get hit by two things, you're fine. So it's literally just do your best to avoid shit. Some of the shit you're not going to be able to avoid. The red circles hit. The yellow circle didn't one-shot me. I got hit by two at the same time and didn't get one-shot. They did 2k to me.
They hurt a lot, but they don't one-shot you, that I've seen at least.
No, that's
No,
that.
but we're
That's
also
accurate.
wearing it could be clothies have to pay more attention to. That's quite possible. The clothies have less HP overall usually. I'm also using HP consumes. So
Yeah, I've seen a lot of healers and casters get one shot by the falling hammers.
how many tank flasks do you have, Totes?
Huh?
How many tank flasks do you have on you?
14.
Anyone that you see one shot, make them buy a flask off of you.
I mean,
If
no
you're
one's
getting
buying
one shot
flasks
by a
off me.
mechanic, if you get one shot by a mechanic, you should be using a tank flask.
I mean, it makes sense, right? Especially because like spell damage
There's a
isn't gonna
feast
help
beside
you
the
if you're
cauldron.
dead.
Yeah, until we see enrage, like the extra damage means nothing, right? Like you just have to be alive. Once we see enrage, then yeah, we can go
That's
hard.
the good
into
old
it.
alive DPS is more than dead DPS.
But yeah, like for the first full week, like all of the guilds that were in here, every single person in the raid had to use a tank flask. For the first full week for sure. And I think even Simonize's second clear, they were all using tank flasks.
Also, I'm just going to say here, we're about to lose one of our healers to time, so this should be a good pull to send one of our best attempts on if we can. Please and thank you. If not, I'm going to kick Rhea from the guild.
Can we do that regardless?
Okay, fine. If you do a good pull, I'll kick Rhea from the guild. There we go.
Alright, let's not fuck around.
Yeah, come on.
Let's go.
Get him the fuck out of here.
Now's our chance, guys. Best
50%
pull
all three
ever.
bosses, we don't have to hear Rio ever again. Excellent.
If we do a good pull, I'll get kicked, and if we don't, I'll leave. So
Win-win.
GG.
Solid plan area, but unfortunately, I think losing DPS is the critical part of that, you know.
I'm actually killing it yet, but there's still something to be gained from just doing the fight.
No. I get it. I'm definitely down for more practice, but like saying DPS to swap to heals is like the opposite of what we need because
for sure we definitely need more DPS to kill this. I think, but we're getting better. So getting better is important.
I mean, we had him at 58% after 3 minutes, so we're only 18% behind the enrage timer, which is way better than our last few pulls.
Especially because it's not nerfed yet.
Yeah,
It was
especially considering the numbers we have.
Probably getting nerfed tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, it was also 58% that then we didn't hit Herald at all, really, because of Dawn.
Well, it's like 58, like total.
Jesus.
Well, Echo, you can do really good calls from the ground.
I guess. Blades of Light in 10.
Yeah, Herod stutters on the stairs for a half second, so I don't get my first attack off.
I just had a ridiculous seal twist. I hit 6 attacks. Blades.
Okay, these fire spots are being completely and totally terrible right now.
They do that. Blades are done. You have 10 seconds. Blades soon. Dispels. Big dispels on Toads and Mord.
Alright, we're a little too close to
15
Herod,
hit arrows. Finish happens.
By the way, Callus Mord is now at 2. It went out
Dispel
right
Rio, please.
Alright.
Can hit Blades in 2. Blades now. Vanish is over. Blades. Get Vicious repositioned out.
Watch your feet.
Fire. Fire in the mid. Blades in 5.
Watch your feet.
Ready to divide stars. Blades soon.
Mord's got Vicious.
Blades.
Watch your feet.
Spell Rio, please.
Watch your feet.
Blades in 10.
Goes is down.
I can't cast that yet.
That was a 300 damage overkill on Totes, unfortunately. Were we down a healer at that point? Yeah, Luthien was
Well, he hit me. I took 2 instances of the fire volcanic unrest back to back, and then he triple frenzied me. 3 hits in the same points in 1 second.
For your death?
Yeah.
I can't see what everyone's. You died 7th, right? Your 7th death? I can't see with everyone's fucking nicknames. I can't find you in this shit.
Yeah, I'm Papa Deadson.
Okay, yeah. I'm showing you got double Divine Strike plus Radiant Divide, and the Radiant Divide overkilled.
Yeah, but immediately before then I took 2 hits of Volcanic Unrest for 1755 each, and then 2k, 2k, 7k. But yeah, it wasn't 300 overkill. It was just I took 5 hits in like a fraction of a second.
That's not too bad. When was our first death besides me? Okay, Tal set in Whirlwind, that's not good. Timon set in Whirlwind, that's not good.
Yeah, they were saying we were a little too close to Herod because they died halfway between the 2.
Yeah, that's possible. We could have been a little bit too close.
I mean, I guess I don't. If I'm trying to stay on the safe spot and dodge fires, I don't know what else we're supposed to do. So.
Yeah. I'll show a little bit more the vision that I saw with the melee positioning on the safe spot. Because melee seem to be dodging in like every direction but the safe ones, which is strange, but
I know personally that I tend to ignore some of the safe spots purely when the Divine Strike comes out. just because of how much everyone's on the same spot, so they're all kind of pointed there.
Yeah,
that's
that's
why
legal.
you'll like see me jump around like an idiot. Is just because there's just a circle around Vish the whole time.
Mhm.
Where unless you're a tank, you're just gonna die. But
Yeah, moving around
I
your
think-
vine strip is a good idea. It's completely legal. I mean, and literally, I don't know why we're doing so much to avoid the tornadoes. Like, which is it? Is it Dark Elf that we lost the time? Or who are we losing the time? Yeah. Okay. That's a big hit. But can we have Nyrego heals try one more with 5 heals real quick, just so I can see what the damage looks like if we literally just pretend the tornado doesn't exist?
Yeah, if Nyrego wants to swap to healing.
Literally just full ignore tornado, and nobody, like melee just pretends that there are no tornadoes. I want to see what the deaths look like and the damage looks like. Because if we can just ignore tornadoes, then we can just do a completely different positioning that just trivializes the fight. Yeah, if you're on either edge of the platform, either the outside or the inside, you only take 1 tick ever from tornado. So the only people that should be in the middle if we're gonna try and do tornado strat is the tanks, and then everyone else just is spread out on the outside or spread out on the inside for melee. Obviously on Herod it's different because you have to be behind the boss, but I mean, I'm just curious if we just like literally just don't.
Yeah, because like
care about
tornado. Because if that's the case, then if I'm keeping the boss here, I can literally just circle strafe around the mob and him not even move, and me be eating fire, if that makes sense. When the fires drop.
I think the tank should just be eating the fire. I don't think the tank should be moving out of circles.
The fire circles? Okay.
I don't think that you should have to. The damage that you guys are taking on vicious tanks is like next to nothing.
So should DPS be eating the fire circles on the ground too? Because that would make our life a lot easier.
No, fire circles I think is the thing that's killing people. I think that the tornado. I think we're trying to see if we can trade tornado damage for not dying or for extra safety to circles.
So I can tell you the last 3 deaths I've had has not been to the fire, it's been to the stupid golden one.
So the red circle does damage over time. So it's not something that has to be moved out of immediately, but it does ramping damage over time. The first tick when it spawns does 500, then 1000, then 15, then 2k.
So yeah,
you have to. The red circles aren't something you have to move out of before they hit. It's something you just have to move out of and stay out of. The golden circles just do 2k when they land. Like, they just do 2k, and sometimes you can see them and sometimes you can't. I have not been able to see very many of them thus far, even standing on Herod. So,
and that's just part of the fight.
I think that the tornado is the least dangerous thing in the fight, and I think that if you ever have to choose something to be hit by, just get hit by the tornado. Like that should just be your mindset now. Like we'll still try and avoid tornado because obviously less damage is good, but like tanks, you guys can kind of just eat anything. Like the red circles probably will kill you, so we probably still have to move out of the red circles, but do not give a single fuck about the golden circles, tanks.
Well,
yeah, that's what I was talking about was the red circles. That's what I was talking about, the red circles. So like literally, because the way they seem to like almost follow me. Maybe not me exactly, but like one will drop and then I'll sidestep and then they'll literally drop on me again, and so I just keep barely moving out of them.
Yeah, all the melee are moving with you. So
if the tank can not have to position as much, then it takes a little bit of the weight off the kickers because that's our priority, right? We got to be in range, not being ticked, and kicked at the right time.
Yeah, but the tank has to move when there's the red circle on, which will probably be perpetually, as Mord's saying.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
it's
it
every
was like,
single time I've seen him like
constant.
have 3 circles around him most of the time.
Fair enough.
And again, I'm trying to move him as little as possible. Trying to keep it where it's like I'm on the edge and so is he, but there's like all kinds of space on one side or another of him.
As long as two things
not digging
apply
on you,
where,
man, not at all.
As long as 2 things apply where, as Echo's saying, like this little safe spot that I'm jumping on is like accessible to most people, and also that whoever's kicking isn't in front of the boss so they don't get parried, it should be fine. Like that, like when it comes to moving around, like it's gonna be sketchy the whole time, but it's kind of more of the DPS who have to figure it out rather than the tank. At least that's just my opinion.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think we're learning. I think that there's still some one-shots that people are getting hit by that has to not happen, but the Warlocks seem to have learned how to do damage on this fight, which is great. Our Boomkin's doing giga damage, which is great. All the multi-dollars are doing incredible damage. This is fantastic. Like, you guys are getting really good at the fight. I'm happy to see it.
If only our red paladin. Sorry.
If our red paladin could not, listen. I shot to the top of the meter insta. In one global, I did 28k damage. Like,
hey, maybe you should start a vision just so you
later,
know.
you were at the bottom.
Listen, I'm trash. We all know this. It's fine. Red paladins don't do any damage on this fight anyway. They're not undead.
Cool.
Yeah, it's wild that they're not undead.
It's like, it's weird. They look undead to me.
Yeah, they used undead models, but they're not humanoids or undeads. They're unclassified mods, so you don't get any bonuses against them.
It's okay.
I mean, I'm sure that's just because.
Okay, that's just lazy writing from fucking Blizzard's point of view, if I may say so.
100% is just, yeah, it's just so you don't have tier 3 raffle stomping them.
Not even that, but like my talents
undead,
that make me do more damage against humans and shit just don't work.
The nerf that they bring out tomorrow is going to be that they're going to classify them as undead.
1.
Or humanoid at least.
Hey Tess, I believe in you.
I maintain it would be hilarious if it's just they're not undead, they're real life.
I didn't get a 9 attack crit that time. Blades in 15. Blades in 10. Blades soon. Blades. Vanish. Back on Herod. Kickers be ready when he comes up. We don't have the backup kick anymore, so you guys are gonna have to get there. Field Secrets went out, we're dead.
GG.
He literally jumped off his vanish super quickly.
Yummy, yummy.
Like, usually he debounceshes like 3 or 4 times, not once.
Isn't that a fun thing for the entire raid to wipe to? Just a 2-second autocast fucking thing that he teleports out of vanish and kills you?
That's the thing, is this time around it was kind of bullshit. Because every other time he teleports a couple times, and then he spawns pretty much where he was before. And then decides that like, within the first 2 seconds to cast it. But this time he teleports once, so it's a random number.
I'd be fine with it being punishing if it hit everybody, but it shouldn't kill everybody. That's just goofy.
I mean, it's just 15,000 damage over 15 seconds. You know, if we had
but to 24 people, that's a lot.
if we had Nax Sync gear, maybe.
If we had a 40-man raid, this would be easier. Wait.
True. I mean, we don't have backup for that, so it's literally just if that happens, then you guys have to outplay it or we're gonna die. Hey there. Like, we don't have a mage, so we just don't have any.
Question: Rogues run Shadow Step?
They lose a shit ton of damage, I believe, if they do
that.
that.
No, I don't run Shadow Step.
Yeah, no, they don't run Shadow.
I'm asking, should maybe one of them run for this? That's all I'm saying. Like, because it's if it's just a wipe, then.
Yeah, I mean, if one of you rogues wants to make the play and play Shadow Step, then you can feel free. But I am the firm proponent of not.
You know what? I'll give it up. I'll give it up.
Yeah, that's correct, Nyria, and we would do that if we had a mage. But currently we have 0. So.
Wait a minute, Nyria, weren't you a mage?
In a past life.
Yeah, Wham was absent today, and then Dark had to go.
Yeah, it's the Monday thing. I think we're gonna get some good pulls on this on Thursday. I think that we're gonna have fun on this boss on Thursday.
Do we want another DPS or do we want a healer?
Tim's got to drop off in about the next 20 minutes.
We want a mage.
I think his mage might be, because I'm asking Ulfrin if he wants to come just to see if that might like help a little bit. At least that way we can get further in the raid.
Yep.
Because where we're at right now.
Yeah, it would be mage if we could get one. If he did 0 DPS and just did the kick on Vanish, then that would be Giga.
I hear what you're saying.
Let me.
But what if we
can
did?
Can I ask a question really quick about the Shadow Step? So, at what point? What's my cue to Shadow Step after Vanish? Because like his Vanish has been random. It's been 1, 3.
Like you try and
look for
set
the
in a
cast.
centralized location, and the second that he casts it, you press Shadow Step, you press kick.
All right, I'm on it.
That is best practice.
Sorry, there's a feast day on. I forgot.
My flask. It's running out. But yeah, I mean, we're learning some tips and tricks here. This fight has a lot of room to outplay it, so everyone should just be focusing on how to outplay it at this point. Like, I think without Dark, we're probably definitely under the damage threshold for kill, but we can still learn a shit ton and have a much easier time killing it on Thursday from learning it tonight.
The big thing is we're still doing the unnerfed fight. Like, I know it's probably just going to be a timer nerf, but like, you know, we're racing against the clock right now. Where did you go?
Let's get this. Let's get our last pull in.
Yeah, I mean, we're just not even seeing the timer though. Like, so you're fully correct, but there's still a lot to be learned.
True.
If we were wiping to a rage, I would fully agree, and there's just nothing to be done, and it is what it is, but we have to just get there first, right? I mean, 6 is what you want, Heavy, for this raid. Even with 20 man, they were running 6 healers on early kills. We did not drop world buffs.
No, did I not do world buffs?
Nope.
I bet.
I mean, the tuning on this fight is still killable. Again, there's a shit ton of movement, there's a shit ton of damage to be gained by just learning the fight and becoming comfortable with it, but like, again, even down this low, we're probably not going to be that far off, maybe 20%, 25%, if we can get to enrage with everyone alive. Melee are getting much more comfortable hitting Herod.
4,
like,
3.
We're getting a shit ton of damage.
Shot early.
Okay, also, has anyone else noticed all the stacking debuffs they get? Or
Still recharging.
No.
yeah, so whenever they're close to each other, they buff each other.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mentioned that.
Yeah.
Blades.
So
Dones and
it's a pretty substantial buff.
Yes, it is. That's why we keep them separated.
Vicious further. More back up. Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. Okay.
Watch your feet.
Does Vicious get a buff for Doan being near him?
Everybody gets a buff for anyone being there.
Well, I'm not saying Herod get a buff when Doan comes by. I see a buff when Vicious gets nearby, but I do not see one for Doan.
Doan's buff is he heals whoever he's near.
Well, I was wondering if it's only for Vicious, because like...
Maybe, but still, regardless.
It is a specifically named buff.
He does also heal Doan.
I swear,
Doan
I
also
saw
heals
that
Herod. I don't know what
freaking-
Herod's buff is, though.
Sorry. I saw that was kicked. It wasn't kicked by me, but that was totally kicked, and it still killed us. What the hell?
Because the last one wasn't one
I see
that
Doan's
went
buff
off.
now.
Yep.
It was the one before that went through.
Yeah, we
I
live
think
through
Herod might not buff the other two, but...
No, he does. He buffs them with damage reduction.
With what?
I mean, it's
damage reduction. I'm pretty sure.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So if Herod's near, minus damage we're doing. If Doan is near, he's healing damage that we're doing. And if Vicious is near, they're increasing their attack speeds. So all of those are bad.
Has anyone seen a situation where 3 kicks need to go off within 10 seconds?
Not yet.
No.
I think you need 2 minimum.
Yeah, it seems like 2 is working, so long as that we're up, and then the vanish, have enough time to reset both sets of kicks.
No, this is just a situation of KT all over again, where we need 2 people to be like, those are the main 2. Everyone else fill.
I'm telling you though, it looked like every one of those got hit on my bar. We were looking at it, and it was Kabumi, it was me, it was Kabumi, it was me, and then it was Kabumi, and then we all died. And he got
the last one?
Yeah, I mean, we were.
Okay, well,
I didn't see one get past.
That's what detail says.
Yep. On the last poll, I see Irish got 2, Callus got 2, and then Time Main got 1.
Who got what kicks don't matter. We died. So the goal is to never die again. So the way that we never die again is there's a kick 1 and there's a kick 2. Kick 1, both people that are assigned to it will attempt to kick it. That's going to be Shandel and Tim. Kick 2, both people who are assigned to it will attempt to kick it. That will be Kabumi and Irish. So just kick 1, kick 2. If someone would like to call kick 1 and kick 2 and keep people on par, you feel free. I'm not targeting him half the time, so I can't call it. But if one of you guys wants to call kick 1, kick 2, feel free, and then we will never die to that mechanic again because we have a backup. And this is NASA. We always have a backup.
Just for closure here, we are calling the raid here. We're bleeding people out starting the next couple minutes. But I wanted to start off by saying good job on Mason. We got an extra boss down. We're 5 out of 8 now, so everyone should feel good about that. And good work on Council Prague. I mean, first time seeing it, there's a ton of shit going out. We are a rather small group for what this boss needs, and we still got him to 58% 1 pull. So, I mean, I'm not sad about any of this. It's, it is
5 bosses on Thursday. Easy.
Yeah. 5 bosses on Thursday. Have all of Monday to come in here. Hopefully there's a bit of a balancing going out for them.
Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
But, while I have everyone here, thanks for coming out tonight, giving it your all. I know it's not cheap to wipe and consume every time. Like, it kind of sucks when we're just banging our heads on a wall, so I appreciate everything you guys are putting into this.
So I'm confused. One more pull, or am I hurting now?
No, we're hurting now.
Okay. GG guys. Honestly, like, this is gonna get nerfed tomorrow, and then it will be killable. And we are... The prog that we put in tonight is going to make the kills so much fucking easier.
So, did we determine whether or not the whirlwind is ignorable?
It's ignorable by tanks and tanks only. Or you mean the fire tornado?
Yes.
The fire tornado is lowest priority for dodge, but it still should be